Lisa and Mark, a young couple, set out on a late-night drive through a desolate New Mexico highway. When their GPS suggests a shortcut, they unknowingly take a road that doesn't exist on any map. Strange events begin unfolding. Radio signals warning them, eerie figures watching from the trees, and time seemingly looping back on itself. The deeper they drive, the more they realize they are trapped in a nightmare. The only way out? A terrible choice that will change their lives forever. Mark gripped the steering wheel, his knuckles turning white, as he fought off the fatigue creeping in. Lisa sat in the passenger seat, scrolling through her phone, trying to stay awake. The two had been driving for hours, heading toward Mark's childhood town where his mother was sick. "It's going to be another 3 hours," Lisa murmured, staring at the GPS. "I swear these roads are never-ending." Mark sighed. "I know, but at least there's no traffic. It's just us and the road." Just then, the GPS screen flickered and displayed an alternative route, one that cut through the desert and could save them an hour. Mark raised an eyebrow. "That's weird," Lisa said. "I've never seen that road before." Mark shrugged. "Maybe it's just not popular. Looks fine to me." Lisa hesitated. Something about the road seemed off, but she didn't want to argue. "All right," she said, "but let's be careful." Mark turned onto the narrow, unmarked highway. The road stretched endlessly ahead, swallowed by darkness. The air inside the car grew thick, heavy. Lisa fiddled with the radio to break the silence, but all she got was static. "Of course, no signal out here," she muttered. Suddenly, the static cut out, replaced by a faint, distant voice. It was a woman's voice, distorted, as if coming from far away. "If you can hear this, turn back now. You shouldn't be here." Lisa's blood ran cold. "Did you hear that?" Mark frowned. "It's probably interference from a nearby station." "But it sounded like she was talking directly to us." Mark shook his head. "It's just a glitch. Don't overthink it." Lisa wasn't convinced. She glanced out the window. The trees lining the road seemed taller now, denser. Their twisted branches cast strange, unnatural shadows in the moonlight. She had the sinking feeling that someone, or something, was watching them. An hour passed, but something was wrong. The road should have led them back to the main highway by now, but it stretched on, endlessly repeating the same scenery. Lisa checked the Jeeps again. It was frozen. The time on her phone hadn't changed either. It was stuck at 1:47 a.m. "Mark," she whispered, "I think we're stuck." Mark sighed. "It's just your nerves." Then they saw it, a road sign on the side of the highway, standing crooked and rusted. "No way back." Mark slammed the brakes. "What the hell?" Lisa's breathing quickened. "Mark, we need to turn around." Mark nodded and spun the car around. He pressed the gas pedal hard. But after 10 minutes, the same sign appeared again. Lisa clutched his arm. That's not possible." Mark didn't respond. He kept driving, but the road felt like an endless loop. And then they saw it. A car, abandoned on the side of the road, its headlights still on. A 1980s sedan, rusted but eerily familiar. Mark pulled up beside it, and his stomach dropped. The car was identical to theirs. Even worse, someone was sitting inside. Lisa leaned closer, and a terrified gasp escaped her lips. The man in the driver's seat was Mark. The station was old, flickering with dim yellow light. A lone man sat behind the counter, watching them as they approached. Mark and Lisa rushed inside. "Please," Lisa gasped. "We need help. We're stuck on this road." The man raised a hand. "I know." Lisa blinked. "You know?" The man nodded. His eyes were hollow. "This road doesn't let people go easily. But there is a way." Mark leaned forward. "Tell us." The man sighed. "One of you must stay behind." Silence. Lisa's breath caught. What do you mean? You have to make a choice, the man said. One drives away, the other stays here, forever. Mark clenched his fists. That's insane. But deep down, Lisa knew it was true. The figures outside the gas station were getting closer, their white eyes glowing. They whispered in voices that sounded like the wind. Lisa turned to Mark. You go. Mark's eyes widened. No. We leave together. Lisa shook her head, tears streaming down her face. One of us has to stay. If we don't, neither of us will make it. The figures pressed against the glass. Mark swallowed hard. I can't. Lisa kissed him. You have to. A single tear fell from Mark's eye as he stepped back toward the car. Lisa turned toward the door. And then, darkness. Mark woke up in his car, parked on a regular highway. Lisa was gone. Her phone was in the passenger seat. A single message glowed on the screen. I'm still here, and they're watching me. Mark screamed. Behind him, in the rear-view mirror, a shadow moved. The road had let him go. But it wasn't done with him yet. If you enjoyed this terrifying story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dark Narratives for more spine-chilling horror tales. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new nightmare. Would you take this shortcut? Let me know in the comments.